feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. The Abyss kind of threw a wrench in our relaxation. Still, spending time here really has felt like a vacation. The Kaholasaurs are so nice and so fun to play with. Their bellies are super bouncy. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some for the road just this morning, yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot springs.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area.
Glad you like it. I was...
Hey, Moalani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the night.
And Kachina? Is she back?
Kachina... But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the right of
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning.
Exactly. She deserves...
All right, thanks for letting me know. Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there. Had me thinking it was bad news for a moment.
Moalani, you said the Abyss was cunning just now, but it seems like the Abyss... Like, think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. If there really was some sort of cunning plan, wouldn't it make more sense to send them to attack Kachina and her small team? Not that Paimon wants them to be in any more...
Relax, I get it. The Abyss is difficult to understand, that's for sure. At a glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is total destruction. But through our long history of fighting the Abyss, 500 years ago, the Abyss invaded Tevat. You know about that, right? That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time, and Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for... Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge surging from underground. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe. Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of primal instinct, but its methods are, in truth, marked by intelligence. We now believe the Abyss has invaded the Night Kingdom.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning.
Yes, and that's why we've been... Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been... Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed to do.
You must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this point.
Every battle, every responsibility, duty, unavoidable. But I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. To think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know? Be my guest. Heroes are... Anyway, let's head to the stadium. Our fishing trip can... The sea's not going...
party!
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes...
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kanich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here's got some tricks up his sleeve, by the way. He's just as...
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts, let's go somewhere higher up so Kachina can...
Warriors of Net, we are those who grew alongside those who... That is Netland's fire, the lifeblood of our nation!
I could not find Kachina within the night.
What?
What?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected
What's going on? This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to think about it. The ode rekindles all Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the...
Pathetic.
Your wild guesses are misplaced.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe. Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to...
Calm down, Mulan.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan,
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suck?
It's true. If she wasn't... Maybe the YUB interpret...
I mean, that girl didn't...
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not...
No! She's been waiting, no matter how daunting the situation. No matter how scared she might... We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to...
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina, to prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the...
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is in, but doubt is a means by which we seek the. If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my.
No,
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question.
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any... I know you said you were investigating the situation, but
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friends soon. So, what?
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me.
We should join.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat. Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep... Once again, I apologize for the
Did she just...
I believe she did. Let's go.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is... There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest...
And that means Kachina won't...
That's correct. Not until...
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her. We supported her every step of the... Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her...
That's not fair.
It's all right. I understand your... Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. But please, hear what I have to say. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss...
You mean...
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against the... If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, but if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tribe...
If we compare the two choices... Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs, the raw truth can be cruel. But we need to...
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you, and
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether...
Yes. What happened to Kachina?
And that is the crux of the problem. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be this. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer use... Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection to prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the Sacred Flame. I understand your anger, Mualani.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated.
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away early.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars.
I've considered that, but the two events, without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige. With fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease.
So, essentially, the Abyss has taken Kachina.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your staying there for a short period of... Your sense of self will be devoured. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. I won't sugarcoat it. That is the...
Just like you said, Archon. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the sacred...
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very...
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue...
I failed to protect her during our campaign, but I can make it up to her now.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Night Wind have a technique. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint. Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue her.
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls? Can we even go there?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person. However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for...
So, Paimon's the only one who's scared? Well, if you're
Citlali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wyab. We call it the Spirit Speaker Stone. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded...
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are... Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only focus on one thing at a... Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so serious. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to... Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you...
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start.
That's more like it. After all, perhaps even more than you can imagine. Ideally, this would be the perfect...
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot spring. But don't worry. This talisman means a great...
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of contending fire.
You're right. Even now, the production of the gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted as things stand. The pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending the Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan. And Kachina's
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's... But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the...
Another simple choice.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice... Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred...
You mean?
Yes. The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the Abyss, but it's also the pillar of Natlan's stability. So until our heroes are ready, I will...
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the
Don't let desperation clap. Those chosen by the Wyab have already embarked on their destined path. All we can do is...
Even so, for you to make this...
If not me, then who? No other. I possess great strength. But I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon! It's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking! Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly.
I never imagined someone could match you. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened?
Yeah. And
The Harbingers are all driven by their own, but I'm sure the captain has his own.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack—
No. We're running. The wound I inflicted should hold him back, and besides, I'm sure you noticed. The power that came to his
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain.
Of course, I'll head out right now.
Yes. Natlan's strength has never. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future.
is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the Archon.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name.
Okay, let's just keep climbing. Loopholes.
Chaska?
Nice to see you again. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries.
Whoa, hold on a second.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom.
Rescue her? From the Night King?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want. The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wyna. But if the price of maturity is a bit...
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Wyna? Life isn't complete without taking risks.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. Can't blame me for checking if you were up to the task. If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's the stone. Keep it safe, okay? It's not like we have a spare.
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back.
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people called. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe.
Oh, you have a younger sister.
Yes, I'll introduce, but let's get back to business.
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river. In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the...
We couldn't do that ourselves.
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent.
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even
Bichama?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard... Where can we...
ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing at...
Thank you.
Good luck.
Someone admiring the scene. Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? What? You're saying you... No, if you really think about it, anything's possible.
Are you okay?
Everything's fine. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friend.
Your friend? Oh,
Yes, but I'd rather not.
That's not a problem.
Yeah. Since you're helping us find...
Then we're agreed. Can I... I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal. Once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the
wow, you got all that.
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. You said someone named I'll go find an open area and start.
We'll go right away. What...
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them.
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name?
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the...
Oh, I see.
Right. I need two chunks of obsidian. One, normally you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes, but I heard there's a traveling...
Gotcha!
All right, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you... Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want.
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. Lena spoke highly of...
I appreciate it, even though that doesn't mean... Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything...
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than... Hang on, Kachina. Hello. Do you have any...
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for your...
Oh, the whole thing?
Let me... Deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just need...
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. All right.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveler.
Excuse me. Do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes.
Perfect. Is that...
That might be tough.
Thank you so much.
Relax. Everything...
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels the same way about... Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady.
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting. Here you go. By the way, how's he doing? Malco's been gone for
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night. Malco was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit, while Vichama excelled at scouting and analyzing. 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage and were placed on the same team to fight the Abyss. on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe, and Vichama suffered an injury to his leg while attempting to rescue someone.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight. Vichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg. It's just... Melko and the others ended up facing... Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself. Oh, you're not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. Not because he did something. I've tried convincing him to move forward. To stop, dwelling. The Abyss has caused so much suffering. And some wounds never heal. I wish there was something he could do to make himself feel better. But anyway, that's the gist of it. Maybe you...
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here.
I've made all the necessary adjustments. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name, and then you return the favor. Go ahead. After Malco fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't bested by some impossibly powerful foe. If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I have always blamed myself for what happened. But when you told me about Kachina, I realized there's a chance Malco might also be alive, fighting for survival in the Night Kingdom.
But that happened several years ago, right? The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom eventually becomes one with the Sea of Souls.
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malco and I promised each other, even if we never managed to root out the Abyss for good, we would fight together until the end. All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version of Kachina's ancient name. If you see any fragments scattered around the area, please collect them. Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom. The Abyss will likely emerge in response.
Look at that golden thing! It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer. Soon, this land will be brimming with vitality. Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone! Let's wait for the living.
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! No, my sword!
Everyone hold hands.
Incinerate! Rain cutter! Boom!
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Vichama!
Quick, take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malko. Just a little longer.
Something's not right.
The abyss is corroding his body.
I should have died 5 years. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the abyss is strong.
This power.
Hanging in there?
Malko. No! What?
We can't wait any longer.
I already tried, but the power of the abyss has him in a chokehold.
In that case, we have to get back.
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked like the Spirit Speaker Stone was...
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. The only way to stop it was to destroy it. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while, but that's normal.
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we managed to dodge it in time.
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your reflexes, Chaska. We were this close to getting dragged into the explosion.
Okay, I'll be more careful next time.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Wait, where's Vichama? Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malko's ancient name. It must be completely gone by now. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, I knew there was a slim chance, but still. And now... it's too late to save him. From the minute he left that day, it was already too late.
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years. Let's just give him some space.
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vichama? It looks like something's glowing!
Huh? This is...
Hey, not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission. Guess I have something to be thankful for then. My parents died a long time ago. Pisak! Always had to beat me at everything. Maybe you're right. Maybe no, Vichama. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Was that?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, but...
A deeper...
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that memory just now, for all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him.
Vichama!
I'm fine. Actually, I heard Chief Wina wasn't when you asked for my help, I hesitated too. I knew helping you find your but I also understood why you had to try. Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. In that sense, if I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front lines no matter what. That way, even if the outcome stayed the same, I still would have fought alongside him to the end. There are critical junctures in life, and if you don't, that's something I had to learn in hindsight.
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even more determined. I promised I would find her.
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Thanks to him, though, you were only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your emotions should... Just speaking from experience.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Oh, and apologize for destroying the spirit speaker.
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that?
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle Wina.
Honestly, it's just one thing after another. They're back.
Koichi?
Don't play dumb with your own My apologies, everyone. I just need to...
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story. It's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's not a secret. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result. That strength of will pushed her to survive. But it also planted a seed of conflict within her.
For some reason,
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her.
Ah, I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. But eventually she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now it sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though.
That's partly my fault. Koichi asked me to stop Chaska from doing anything dangerous.
Oh, I get it. No wonder you tried to...
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young, because by the time you're my age, you couldn't attempt... Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from.
All right, it's just the two of us now.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to...
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom.
Well, Technically, I am going.
Again with the excuse. We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can. But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not allowed.
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always.
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me.
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up?
Oh, I knew it!
This is important. If you were in my shoes.
You don't know that? I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to.
All right, whatever.
You. What do you mean, anything else?
Time out. Is this.
Chaska, does it sound like.
Then. You need to know something.
But the person you become when you lose control.
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as good as their morals. If I want to live in that.
I've also told you that
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat.
Koichi!
So, you're really going to go.
Then support me.
So, that's it.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by blood.
Really?
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this.
Thank you.
Anytime. All right. According to Kinich, it's an important ceremony.
If only Tonegif Bard was here.
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh? I see. Sounds like it was an urgent situation. If someone's life was on the line, then you had no choice. Still, Citlali's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. I'll explain everything to her later. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay? I'll wait here for your safe return.
I'll remind you again. The law can be both a help and a hindrance.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly.
The Fatui again?
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power?
That's why it has to be our Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of Still, all you need to do is focus on your goal. You can leave the complicated matters to me.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to...
There's no need to be so modest, young.
Archon, I'm sorry about before.
You have nothing to be sorry about. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Good eye. This is where I store all the various mementos I've collected.
Whoa. I've never seen this.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In Natlan, everyone grows up listening to the stories of heroes. And physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own memory. Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony, so feel free to take a look around in the meantime. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about its origins.
Alright, we'll have a look. Hey, there's a fishing rod here. It must have belonged to the people of the springs.
That's right. It belongs to a legendary fisherman named Matavaru. I have his entire set of fishing equipment, actually. He and I met in a tavern. He told me about a particular kind of giant fish and his meticulous plan to catch it. In his eyes, I saw a hunger and a strong fighting spirit. To him, the sea was the battlefield upon which he staked his honor.
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he was covered in scars. It turned out the fish he sought had been corroded by the abyss. He managed to kill the fish, but sustained a serious injury in the process, which meant he could never go deep-sea fishing again. Can a fisherman claim victory if he fails to bring back his catch? That's what he asked me in the end.
Well, Paimon thinks he won.
That was my answer as well. The experience was far more valuable than the... In the end, he didn't want his tools to go to waste, so he...
Wait, that means you also know how to fish.
Maybe we can go head to head. The powder still needs some time to settle, so let's wait a little longer. Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like you have a better understanding of Natlan's culture now?
Yeah, if each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's really been through a lot. Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
That's right. The items in my collection actually, they demonstrate the truth.
The shape of...
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. But there's also a different theory, one that I...
At once?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each... Exactly. Even at the end of your... Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make... The future is the same way. It exists even though... Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Humanity excels at living in the present. But too often we forget. While the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better... Only by uniting the people of Natlan to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine. That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. Namely, a framework. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that person ascends to the divine throne, their inner flame will awaken. In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine throne and the rules. Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes, that's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are really close. Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it kind of makes sense now. It really doesn't look like there was anything special.
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain sometimes!
It's all right. I'd never get upset over something like that. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. I'm forever proud of the life I used to lead. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get to see them. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians we were raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire pot. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot. I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end, all I could do was comfort my sister and move on.
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about? As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be all—
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses and Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound through ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina!
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out I was waiting for the Y-Up to send me back, but then this really strong— The Y-Up saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from them. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing—
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is all you need to do is stay safe and wait for us.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way back. You don't have to—
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not— I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you, you're a victor of the Night Warden Wars. A hero of Natlan. All you—
I'm really— Still, I don't want you to put yourselves in—
All you need to do is place your No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits now. Thank you. Be careful.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief—
I know.
All right. Then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in that face you just made.
No, I just...
I'll go with them too, Archon.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that—
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on Ion-san. I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter—
That won't happen.
I hope not.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk? So we're underneath Natlan right now?
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization. Humans only established their own society.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the Elemental Sovereign?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived, and these ruins have been abandoned for a long time. But with the recent increase in Abyss...
So what you're saying is...
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle.
Why are you...
It's the pre-adventure...
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually
actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natland's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one. It's much faster to just...
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Hey!
Incinerate! Illusion shattered!
No, my sword!
Commit it to memory.
Now you shall perish! Motion to compel!
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up. Everyone hold hands!
Boom boom!
Ha! Chia! Chia! Chia!
Let me read you a verse. Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
There is no escape!
Chia!
Chia!
Motion to compel. Hey!
Breath of flame! Incinerate!
Body and mind.
Boom boom! Ha!
Chia!
Ha!
Erase all threats.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
This might hurt a little.
Motion to compel!
Chia!
Illusion shattered!
Roll! I don't understand.
Boom boom! This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance the pirate.
Yes. There's something.
We actually have to. Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't put. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the night.
It looks so different from what I imagined.
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that.
Oh, yeah. Right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Just like I said, our real world knowledge. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance.
That's it? Right. We still.
So that means all we need to do is find.
Exactly. This light is streaming in.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate.
Yeah. These floating black.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down. I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama. Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. I was completely lost to this realm. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to read. I'm sorry I can only appear before.
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the spirit speaker, but we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his.
Of course. Thank you. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our. Turns out even our regrets.
Whether in triumph or death, you.
Exactly. That may not be. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow. Be careful. This place.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Quick, get back here. I can't go wander. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way. Not good. More monsters.
waste our time on them.
This way, Colonel.
Witness the power of the watch.
Commit it to memory.
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything.
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind. It was probably just my imagination.
Don't scare Paimon like that.
I heard it too. It was a...
What did it say?
Doesn't matter.
Paimon just heard it too. Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place.
We're here, Kachina!
Oh, honey?
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of...
Good idea. Let's... This was unwise. Everyone look.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain Cutter!
Insist the law has loopholes.
Now you shall perish!
You're here. You're finally here. Thank you so much. That monster can appear from anywhere. It almost... The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so...
Had a girl. You did so...
Should we start heading back then? Actually, I have a request. I can't exactly put it into words, but...
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles, representing... You can think of them like the body of each Wyap. Additional, there are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, but if a proxy were to become severe...
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing...
Still, we can't just leave the YF...
I agree. We might even manage... Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration...
Kachina? What?
Nothing. Just a headache. Maybe we really should leave. Kachina... No, I'm fine. Just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Besides, I can...
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you. But that's because we want to help the You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay.
All right. The sooner
We've already come all this way.
Let's go.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself?
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster. I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure. So go. Achieve your goal.
Thank you for everything.
You're a true hero.
No.
Does your head still hurt?
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that. Wyab, I'm back. My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyab, can you hear me? Wyab?
So we were right. The contamination is already... Alright, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could... He tried to get in my... He would have dispersed with or without me. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but under his... No. The power of the Abyss isn't... I thought this naive little girl... That is the tragedy of your ancient names. Pride, friendship, all empty ideas. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideas. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina...
Kachina! Give me your hand. Feel that?
Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm...
You're right. But you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength.
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back. The power lies not in, but in our commitment to upholding that.
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but
there aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together. It's time he got
From the ashes to here!
let's ride! Yeah! Let's shred, Sharky! Here goes! Spin back! Ugh. That's amazing!
That's what he gets for
Fantastic work, Kachina.
This makes me so... I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Huh? My ancient name is glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it...
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't
Wait, does...
That was a bold move. Diving headfirst into the fire to save. Still, seeing you pull it off. Everything you said was exactly right. It took years' worth of scars and lots of unnecessary. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us. Only then will we have the... Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Since you were able to awaken my word under the name Umoja. As long as blood still runs through your veins, its blaze will become one even amid everlasting darkness. Our bonds remain eternal.
So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just...
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're...
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was...
Oh, this sounds like something that's going to need a lot of
Okay, that should be
I hear your voice.
Great. Well then, I was going to ask why you bestowed an angel. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never...
You are already an...
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents, focus on who you want to be. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just... It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move. Go now, my children. Save...
I know we've never met before, Wayab, but I just... Thank you for encouraging Kachina.
Whoa! What's going on?
We're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick.
It's a Sealy! The opening in the sky! It's closing!
We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here!
Watch out for the falling rocks!
Quick, through the middle!
Come on! Faster! We'll never make it!
You've done well. Now come home.
We're back! The Pyro Archons.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it?
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we...
So you're saying her
Every great display of
You must feel terrible, Kachina. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro...
I recommend getting a full checkup.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always...
Let's get going. We need to share...
Right. The Wyatt...
I'll let her explain everything. Every move we make from here on...